crazy because now, because all the beats and everything is made in computers, everybody is just selling controllers. Like they just get as fucking like crazy as they can, with creative as they can with the controllers. Like that Roli, like that's the one thing I wish, like I probably wish I wouldn't have bought. Like
you don't like it? The Seaboard? You're talking about the Seaboard, right?
The little block one. I ain't got the 25 that huge. That shit is like 500, 600, 700.
Wait, holla at me because please holla at me. Why you don't like it? Because I was really saving up to get that. So should I not?
It's cool at first, you know what I'm saying? But then after you like play around with it, you have to
it's just another piece of equipment.
It's yeah. And it's one that my shit collects dust, like, straight up. Like I literally been carrying it with me because it fits in that bag that you sent me. Thank you again for that. You know,
no problem.
It fits in that bag with the MPD. Like, so that's how like I have it like good, but I actually hate that shit.
Word.
Like, it's
not, you know what I do want, and I don't want it for anything with beat controlling. Jay, you got that bitch, that Sensel. I want the video one.
That shit look crazy.
Okay,
that's all I want. Talk to me.
So the morph. To me. So at first I saw the morph and I'm like, yo, this is dope. My only gripe with the morph, and I already know what the answers to it is, there's like some overlays that I be thinking, like if I had it like this, so. Like they actually have an overlay where it's like an innovator one, where it's like a plastic, which is a clear one, and you can just,
that you could do whatever, right?
Yeah, like I think that's probably gonna be the next move, because with the morph, obviously if you hook it up to Beatmaker 3, that's all you really need. Like the producer one and how I do, like that's all you need. Like I got the Book of Thunder, but don't get it. And here's why, because. Okay, so its thing is based off the Book of Thunder, where you can use the buttons to where you can to select the parameters, so you can slide them up and down like fades and stuff like that. Not all of them go to 100%. Like some of them won't start off at 0, and then some of them won't reach to 100%. Some of those sliders, and then
so when you can't even when you map them.
Yeah. I mean, you can map them, and then they'll work. It's just that like say the index in the middle, they'll go 100% from 0 to 100. But then when you go to the ring finger, then it's going to start going to like maybe get to like 0.5%. There's the lowest you can go. It won't go all the way to 100. And then the pinky one, the last one at the end, which is all cut off to the side, like it barely reads anything like that. I had to do that the sideways just for even to read it, and it still won't even like it'll barely go to like 50 or 60%.
And that's the newest overlay they dropped, right?
Yeah, the Book of Thunder. Yeah, don't get that one. Like,
I don't want any of them. I just want the video one that you can edit video, because you can map all of that shit to the LumaFusion and make your life so much easier. Like, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the piano one is a waste of time for me. I have a million keyboards. I think that the pad one is a waste of time because I just pop my MPC Studio on my iPad anyway, and that's my pads. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to I don't want to buy like the whole bundle. I just want the video one.
Now, the video one, I was messing around with it, and like, the only bad thing about the video one is because I was messing with it on the computer, and they're like, okay, I got this. But being that I'm still a newbie with LumaFusion, when I tried to go in there and convert it, it's like, what did I have this for? Like I told like you gotta like really, because you can't change what they have on the, like you'll have the fast forward and all the icons on there, but if you wanted to make it do something different, because that's what I do. It's like, okay, I know I'm not gonna use this, but if I make it like this, if I remember that's what that's for, then it just makes the whole workflow of LumaFusion like super easier. But I kept forgetting to where I gotta go on my computer and I gotta screenshot the computer just so I can, like, the one thing I really wish Sensel would be able to do is be able to do all that stuff through an app. Like if it had its own app to where you could customize it through there.
I thought they would have.
Yes.
So they don't?
Nope.
Damn, because everything comes with their own app that you could do that pretty much. Wow, I can't believe they don't for the price they're selling them.
Because that's the thing. Like, in order for me to, and it sucks because like for Beatmaker 3, because I got the producer overlay, like I said, it works perfect. But then if I throw that onto, so the setting for Nano Studio, so the setting I got for Beatmaker 3 isn't very as effective as when I put it in Nano Studio 2. Nano Studio 2. So, but I have a one specifically for Nano Studio 2, because with Nano Studio 2, I really don't mess with the parameters using the morph. I more or less just go on the screen. So what I need is more keys, more notes. And those so basically how you got the 16 pass and you got those little small little buttons on the side. Like for those, I just put more notes on there, and then I can basically play anything I want, because the cool thing about Nano Studio is basically the MIDI editor of the piano roll, because piano roll is easy to just edit stuff, move them up, octaves and whatever the case may be. So if I had something where I could just play whatever I want right then and there, and I could just map, and then I could just MIDI edit the rest real quick. That's what I normally do when I make the beats on there. But the problem with that is the way that I got to set up for Beatmaker 3, in order for me to change it, I got to go into the computer, plug in my morph, and then do it. And
that's crazy.
Switch it over there and then do it like that, instead of like I wish they would have a way to where it would show, okay, hey, you've hooked it up to Nano Studio 2. Would you like to use the Nano Studio 2 profile? Like
template or templates, yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't have that. And then I wish they would have it built in the app to where it could communicate with the morph and then say, hey, okay, I'm gonna go to this one. Like if I could do within the app, that would just save like a whole lot of that would be a game changer.
Yeah, hell yeah, I bet.
Because these days, like the only time I use my morph is basically like, say if I want to like do like finger drumming and stuff like that, like that's about it. Like because like the morph, I like it, and I know that you can like do other stuff with it, but it's just a thing of if they ever made it to where I can customize it through the iPad app, if they had its own app, that would be the game changer. But until then, it's like that's why I went back to the Roli block, because Roli block, the Roli block is limited, because at first I was thinking, oh, you can like push that side button and be able to switch to different profile. It don't really do it like that. And when I found out it was limited like that, that kind of turned me off and I stopped using it. But then I got back into it recently, because it's like, okay, if you just go with the default one and you just make some adjustments to that, then you have everything. And in the way that I set up my template for Nano Studio 2, I have everything that I absolutely need to just go in and just bang out a beat real quick. Because then I can just go, I can put it on record, and I can just basically, okay, here's my kicks, here's my kick arrangement, go to snare arrangement, go to highest arrangement, and then I can flip the side and start playing out some chords and playing out some melodies. I can literally do that in like 5 minutes and then have something started. And then after that, I can just turn off the Roli block, and I don't need it no more, because everything is just basically just screen touch everything else, or with a mouse. And so, but as for video editing, like now with the combination of having mouse capability, but then you also got to think of it like this. Okay, if you got mouse capability, you can still do shortcuts with a Bluetooth keyboard. So it's just one of those things of where, like,
you're right.
So you got to ask yourself, do you want to get something that, yeah, it's Bluetooth, yeah, there's one nice little overlay. Now, on the flip side, what you could do is you could be like, all right, you can go actually customize, okay, this is how I want my shit to look like, and put the icons on there and then print it out. And then if you get that, you get the innovator overlay and put it on top of that, that would probably be better suited for you to do it like that. But then, like I said, you're spending like I spent like $300.
They're pricey.
Yeah, I get it's pretty pricey for what it can do.
And then you're right, because I forgot. Now we can put a mouse in. So you're absolutely right. Do I even want that anymore? For $300, when I got a mouse sitting right here, I got 5 of them for free. Like, you know what I mean? You're absolutely right. I didn't think of it.
And then the other thing is, like I said, the morph works perfectly for Beatmaker 3, because Beatmaker 3 did it right with the whole MIDI focus. So it's like how you push record on the morph, it'll actually push record in Beatmaker 3. But I can't do that in Nano Studio 2, and I can't do that in Audio Pro. I ain't even test out Cubasis. So it's like, like I said, morph and Beatmaker 3 is like a match made in heaven. But then there's just so many things. We ain't even talking about what's wrong with Beatmaker 3, but then that one thing with like not having this built-in app for the morph just makes the turnoff. Like, I'm not gonna say I regret getting it, because like I said, I mean, if I want to like style and stuff, I just go in there, get the drum app, and start doing all type of finger drumming tricks and stuff like. Because it seems like I've been doing that lately, and folks are like, ooh and ah. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll just keep on doing that and stuff like that. But oh no, like for me, if I wanted to make a beat real quick, I can just literally, especially in Nano Studio 2, all I just need is to really block, which mine's starting to tear and stuff because I like use it so much. But that's just another thing here or there.
That's the little square joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I the looks of that shit got me a little off. I was like, eh.
Oh, dang it. And I left it at the house.
But I was interested in the Seaboard shit. I was like, that looks cool.
I mean, for what I've learned when it comes to MIDI controllers is like basically functionality. Like when I had the 2.2, because I had the 2.26. And the 2.26 I think was my best one, because everything you can do within it. Like if I wanted to change something to a change of parameters, change one of those buttons to a note, so change it to a control change, I could do it within that. I don't have to go through no other computer. Like say for example with like how we got the Launchpad Pro. In order to do anything to it, we got to go on the computer. Same thing with like the Launch Control XL. If I wanted to change stuff up, what we got to do? We got to go on the computer. Where with the 2.26 and probably definitely 2.32, you can be like, oh, I want to change it to something. All right, cool. Just go in there and do it right there. Boom, done. And I was really thinking about getting the 2.32 before, never got around to do it. And then when I came back and was thinking, oh, this morph looks cool. And then I got the morph and I'm like, So like me personally, I think my future, like if I ever get another MIDI controller, number one, hopefully it's Bluetooth. But if I had to go back to like stuff that's wired, I'm going to go with the 232. And the reason why I go with the 232 is because I can do everything within it, and don't have to worry about needing to put on another computer, stuff like that. And the way that I make beat, and then it'll translate better for both if I'm trying to use it with either Beatmaker 3 or if I'm trying to use it with Nano Studio 2. Because that's basically what I'm trying to look for, is like a MIDI controller that can convert, that can translate to both of them, instead of just being like, okay, one for this and one for that. Because with with the 226 and the one that G's got, like you can go to different presets, and like in the put in perspective, when we're talking about the morph, like they have different presets. Like I said, you got to be on. There's only one overlay that you can actually have different presets on there, and it's the one I told you not to get, and that's the Boca Thunder. Like I said, the Boca Thunder, how it's set up, it's like at first I was trying to, because there's a lot of folks like, okay, you can't use a Boca Thunder to try to play, actual stuff. And me, I'm like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm gonna do what I want. And then I tried it, and it's like, they're absolutely right. It's like the way that it goes, like you got to make stuff that doesn't make right. Like it's just weird to me. And then try to use it as a beat making tool. Like there's only literally like two, maybe three or four things that I can actually use on there to do the beats, because it got two like octagon pads. It's like, okay, they're perfect for doing drums and stuff like that. But other than that, everything else is just weird. Until it
looks weird.
Yeah, so that's why you go back to using the produce overlay, which the produce overlay is just absolutely perfect. But like I said, I gotta switch to different type of profiles depending on which app that I use, and that's just annoying. And then with the same thing with whack. And the same thing with Roli Block. So with the Roli Block, like I said, it works good with Nano Studio 2. But what Rico won't tell you, and the thing that I had to find out the hard way, was when you try to set it up on Beatmaker 3, depending on which profile that you use for the Roli block, it'll always have control channel 74 on. And because of that, when you try to do the MIDI focus, when you try to do all 16 pads, it'll never get all 16 pads, because it always had that, because one of those pads is always going to have that everyone's going to have the control channel 74 on there, and that's going to mess it up, so you'll never be able to get all 16 pads on there. Now if there's a way that you can do it so we can get 16 pads on there, but then doing that, but then I lose functionality to where, okay, well, I want to go on Nintendo Studio 2, and then once again, but you see what I'm talking about? So it's like you at first you're thinking, oh, this should be a one-stop solution, but they're not, because you got to, in order to do that, you got to go on the computer to be able to fix them how you want to. Whereas if you get the MPDs and you go, okay, here's a preset 1's going to be for Beatmaker 3, and then presets 2 is going to be for Nintendo Studio 2. Like, so when I think about it, that's probably going to be my next thing. Like low key, I'm gonna keep the Roli block, because the Roli block, like I said, from presets, it's dope. The morph, like I don't know, like I really think I might sell the morph, because, like I say, it was cool at first, but then once you realize that it's not, that it's just that you still need an outside computer to be able to translate to whatever. Like that's the thing. I'm like, because we're at like, think about it. We're at iOS 13. Now we have mouse control. Now we can use our external hard drives and stuff like that. Like basically everything's going forward, and so they should be able to, like, and when it comes to that, you should be able to be like, okay, hey, have support of whatever your device, whatever your product should be on like for crying out loud, like GoPro. GoPro got an app. You turn on that app, you can control your GoPro through your GoPro app. And
that's what I'm saying. Most things do. So it's crazy that they don't have one. That's crazy to me.
Like when that happens, though.
Like I said, if Sensel would do that, then I only would need a morph. I would never. Then I wouldn't. Or if Roli even do that, like if one of those two, or if they both did at the same time, then I could be like, all right, cool, now I'm good. But other than that, the best, I think, honestly, the best controller that you're gonna get bang for your buck, that you can do. You have presets built in, and you can be able to customize how you want to customize for what we do. Is, I would say, them MPDs, because the MPDs, like I said, you have, like, I'd say the 226 and the 232, because those you can actually go in there and you can select whatever that pad, and you can make whatever you want.
Yeah, the 18, I gotta hook that shit to the fucking to the computer. That's the only drawback with that motherfucker. I gotta hook it up to the computer, and it only accesses 3 pad banks as opposed to like 4. You know what I mean? Like on an MPC, like at least there's the earlier ones. Like, you know, he had group A, B, C, D. This shit only got group A, B, C. So like if you chop something up, like, you know what I mean? Like if you go beyond like 48 chops or something like that, like assed out. But not really, because I made a preset where it starts off basically on it basically starts off on group 2. You know what I mean? So you can get to like group 4 or whatever. But like, just to have to sit down and have to do that shit, like damn. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, that gives me a good idea of those devices that I once wanted. Okay.
I tell you the truth, a lot of this shit is just real. It's just they just selling us fucking controllers that look nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I got this $100 controller at my girl house. The 49 key, at least it's Q49, some bullshit like that. I don't know. It's just 49 keys. There ain't nothing else. I got one slider on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But it worked.
At least it's got some shit though. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying this shit
is good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This shit just some plain old shit. And I think that's all I'm sticking to from now on. Like, because I get caught up too much in all these. Like, I went through counting my apps the other day. Holy shit! I had like and it's on my phone. I ain't even talking about the iPad. I had like 120 music apps. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that wasn't included in my main folder. I think that because I just went through and I cleaned up just apps, and I had over 100 apps for music.
I believe you.
I can't use all that shit.
Yeah. And yo, let me tell you something. I got in this old iPad. It's 256 gig. I'm maxed. And you know, I just got the new iPad a few months ago. Maxed. No space for nothing. Granted, I have some, shit that I could clean out. Like I've been doing like a lot of 4K video. The videos are not there, but you know how like the little temporary files and shit and LumaFusion I gotta go and take out. But I'm already maxed. And I'm like, wow, look at all these apps. Like, yo, I gotta go through this shit.
I gotta get the shit that Jay got. You got the card reader with the lightning port.
Yeah.
And I gotta get that shit. Cause that shit, like you that's basically cause you can't see that's the reason why a lot of people was like they hyped about the hard that being able to plug a hard drive in. But if you got a lightning port, you gotta be plugged into the wall, for that shit to work. You know what I mean? Like unless you got the joint that he talking about with the card reader, you throw a card reader in there, boom, you ain't gotta be plugged into the wall at all. Like you good money. And so
and probably not on the new joint because the new iPad has superpower too.
Yeah, the new. That's what I'm saying. If you got the lightning port, like we don't got that type of power. I shit weak.
yeah. That's why I made that video, because it's like if you got the latest iPad, then you don't have that. You don't even worry about that, because from there you can plug whatever in there. It's gonna power it. But like everyone else, we still running the ones with the lightning port. So like once I found out that you can put the SD cards in there and it'll actually read it and you can actually transfer, because there's like this one dude on Instagram's like, well, you might have to format it. And I'm like, I ain't do no formatting. I just plugged it in, went and transferred files, and that's it. That's like 256. And then like I said, okay, for like $60 you can get like a whole bunch of $60 you can at least get like at least 512 gigs, and then and then if you want to like partition it out, like okay, once a month, get yourself a 256 each month, to where if you go through that the whole year, you'll have your terabytes and they're all compatible and they're all small, and you can just fit them into there. You don't have to worry about nothing, because because you think about it, the big external, we want to bring them into ones plugged in, but then just like you said, it's plugged into the wall. Like me, how I got things set up now. It's like I say, like with this bag, like I remember how I showed you would have the 2 bags. I got pretty much kind of condensed down to 1, because like the way that I make beats is, okay, I got the idea. Let me get this idea going on there. So it's like I got these earbuds. Like these earbuds are like $15, and that was all because it got this microphone. I put that in there, I plug it in there, go and make the beat. Used to Roli bot, arrange stuff. Once I got this stuff arranged, I'm just hand jamming it with that. Like if I'm a place where there's no power, if I'm not in my car, then I just got the brick. I just use a brick and just plug stuff in. And then, like I said, the mouse, basically just keeping everything mobile and stuff, so that way I can literally just go anywhere and get the stuff done. And then if I'm really have to go down to the nat stance on mixing, then that's when I'm probably gonna be where I'm at and have the headphones and go in there with the audio hub and do it like that. But as for when the inspiration strikes, I've learned that it's better just to go ahead and get the inspiration down there and don't worry so much about about the nerds and the stuff like that. Because if I worry about that, then I'm just going to lose that vibe altogether. Whereas if I go in there and get the vibe, then it's like okay, because the next day I'm going to be like, okay, do I still got the vibe? All right, I still got the vibe. Now it's like, okay, something's off. And then at that point, that's like, okay, now I need to start EQing. Now I need to start compressing. Now I need to start adding what I need to add and subtracting what I need to subtract. And that's the beauty that's the whole ultimate beauty of the iPad, is you can do that without having, you can do probably like the main part of the vibe anywhere without having to be like, yo, I got this vibe, I'm gonna go home, and you go home and you forget. Here, you can at least get that vibe down there already saved up. So then whenever you get home or whatever the case may be, you can continue to work on it with the better tools.
Right.
I can't play piano, keyboards, stuff like that. So having stuff like Launchpad Pros where I actually do things unorthodox, or having MPDs and I just use the pads as keys, that's how I go in there and get down. And I think what people need to do, is be like, okay, if you can't play keys and stuff like that, here's your other options. Like if you got the drum pad, do them like this, and have different ways people could think about it, or go hard with the piano roll and learn which DAW that you got to start using the piano roll, using things for automation and stuff like that. So that way you can still have something somewhat realistic, but it's like, get them to have the tools, because not everyone's going to be able to be like my brain Reaper go, not everyone's going to be able to do that. So it's like, because that's what's happening. Like they'll go doing there like, yo, that's awesome, and then they try to do it, and then they get frustrated, and then they give up. Whereas me, it's like, okay, I know I can't do it. I'm like Batman, to where it's like, if I give you enough time to prep something, I'll make it something sound just what you did. It's gonna take longer steps, but I'll make it get them to 99% with whatever tools that I got.
Yeah, I feel you.
I've been fucking with this damn what's it called? The Mpclive.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Are you in love?
It's all right. I chopped the sample. I'm going through it like I'm like, yo, this ain't nothing but an MPC with a computer brain or whatever. So like it's easy to go through, you know what I mean? And so I chopped the sample, like that shit was like dumb easy, you know what I mean? But I just couldn't export the fucking program. Like that's the only shit I don't know how to do. And my man, he didn't leave the charger, so I had to just turn that shit off. Like I was like, fuck it, I'll look up a YouTube video or something. But it's all right. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would get it, and I seen the gold joint is not 12; it's actually only 1,000. So like, you know what I'm saying?
I see you talk about it on the IG.
Yeah, that gold shit is beautiful.
That gold shit is crazy. I love gold.
That shit is beautiful. Yeah, and that's the same price, right? As the live is what? The same 1,000. Shit, anyway.
It's a stack, yeah.
I regret I didn't get that.
You could put like hard drives in that shit.
Yeah.
So that shit is ill. Like my man, like he came over, he's playing all these beats. Yeah, like good samples on them. But like I'm like, yo, where you get these little cute ass drums? These little fucking diet drums. Like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, I need you to help me out, yo. Help me dirty up these drums. I was like, I was like, where you get these drums? I'm using a preset. So I was like, the stock drums? He's like, yeah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
But they got some good presets and well, I don't know if the live comes with the same.
He's not digging for him. He just using like the drums that sound like you walking in a jazz club.
Yeah.
The light shit.
They just
the crispy
now question.
Drums, you know what I mean?
You could hook up to Wi-Fi on the live too, right? Because you can on the okay.
And you can you got Ableton Link. So like you can like
That's what I'm saying. I believe the X only has a couple of things that the live doesn't, which is not really that much. So I kind of regret getting the X because that shit is huge. And sometimes I just want to be mobile with this shit. So the live would have been perfect. Even like when I just want to relax on my couch and sit and fuck with it, that shit's like a big ass blanket. And it's heavy as fuck. It's definitely over like 35 pounds.
God damn.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, man, the beat you getting gains.
That shit is heavy. Nah, but you know what it is? You put that shit down on your legs, you laying on the couch relaxing, your shits go numb in a minute. That shit, I'm like, bro, I can't even get comfortable with that X. Like, so
why Jay hit you with the Hodge twins reference? Why he do that?
Try to lift things up and put things down.
Getting them gains.
That's what it feels like, though. That shit is so heavy, and it's like that shit is like.
Yo, that joint is big as hell.
I don't even want. I'm so lazy. I don't even want to pick it up and bring it over here, but I'm going to.
No.
Don't do it.
It's that heavy too.
It's
Sunday. It's the Lord's Day.
Just put a picture in there later.
No, the picture does no justice, bro. I swear to God, like it does no justice. Like the shit is so big and doofy.
Oh, she about to. Oh, don't.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you gotta get a crane.
I really just pray this shit is not plugged in either. Oh my God, this shit is so heavy. Look how fucking
that shit is sexy though.
This shit
oh
is. It is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I swear, so I think this is over 40 pounds.
My good. I mean, it's awesome. But it looks like you about to control the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah. Don't it though? Yeah.
This shit is so fucking heavy.
Oh my God.
To the death
It's definitely
please
40
take it up to
pounds.
speed.
Hold on. I got to do my 20 push-ups so I can
Look at the back.
Hey,
connections,
oh,
God. You could just put anything in this.
You look like you connect everything in there. You got the
goodness.
Damn, you got the the printer cable too. All that.
I'm struggling to even hold this.
I was about to say, hey,
the printer cable.
Right back.
I'm gonna print the mini file out.
Put that shit back.
Get your mama, like your mama yelling at you in the mall. Put it back. Put it down.
Keep on working out.
Speaker done fell.
She's gonna keep on working out with it next week, then she's gonna be all strong like
I'm telling you, that's all I need.
What was that? The original Jurassic Park?
What's in your iPad?
The original Jurassic Park, where dude was like, that kid was like with the binoculars. He's like, is it heavy? Yeah. That means it's expensive. Put it down.
Right. I'm telling you. So yeah, I wish I got the live.
Yeah, I'm looking on the back of this joint. I see it got the like it got the like you could just plug a turntable directly into it. And I'm like, yo,
that's
that
crazy.
right there is crazy. You don't need no preamp, nothing, because it got a built-in preamp.
Just go straight in.
Yeah, my man was telling me, he's like, yo, you could just export like some straight stems. I'm like, word, like, I'm like, and I know you can put the joint like controller mode, so you can control like the computer, like, and I see somebody say you could export the IMPC Pro files and open them on
Shazam the iOS producer.
Yeah, he just said that the other day. So you export the IMPC profiles and open them on the MPC X and the live. Yeah, from the app to the computer.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that right there. That's where machine fucked up.
If it works, because the app is buggy as shit.
Oh, damn.
The app is buggy as shit.
What's it be doing?
Nothing's working on it for a lot of people.
Oh, it's ever since 13 dropped?
I was just gonna say, not even before the update, that shit was bugging. Like every time I load one of my samples in, no matter what, no matter how small, how big, that shit just shuts the whole app down.
Damn.
Oh wow.
And I haven't even tried it, but Cold Slim said that shit just don't work no more since he updated.
Wow.
But I know my shit was bugging before.
That shit made me feel bad for telling people to update, yo. Like,
but especially if that's like your go-to app, and that's like one of his go-to apps. So
that's his bread and butter.